He can't skip leg day. Welcome back, Carnosaurus. Kyle here again. I hope you're ready to get your workout on because today is leg day. That's right, we're going to be cooking up some drumsticks. We're going to start them off with the dry rub, then we're going to cook them over charcoal using the Vortex Insert on the Weber kettle. And then lastly, we're going to finish them off with a nice barbecue sauce. So let's lunge right in and get started. So these are just your typical drumsticks that you get at the grocery store, nothing fancy. I'm going to be starting by giving these wings a dry rub. This particular rub is a Kansas City style rub from Weber. This rub will give your meat a caramelized yet tangy flavor. That's what the label says. I've never used this before, so we'll give it a shot. Go pretty heavy with the seasoning here. Now, one trick that I found works really well is actually if you season 4 of these at a time and then use your hand to sort of press that seasoning in like this onto the drumsticks. That works really well. I call that a quad press. So next I'm going to cover these with some foil that'll help keep the bugs off. Now I found that foil, when you do a dry rub like this, is better than saran wrap, because what will happen with the saran wrap is it'll sit real tight up against the meat, and that can cause that dry rub to sort of get a gooey residue. We're not going for gooey, we're going for just a nice dry crispy finish. So the foil helps do that. So we'll set these aside. And my favorite part, let's go heat up the grill. So today I'm using a B&B lump charcoal that I got at Ace Hardware. I'll be letting it up in the chimney and using one of these tumbleweed natural fire starters from Royal Oak. So we've got the seasoning on the drumsticks. I've got the charcoal heating up right now. So I want to explain to you a little bit about the Vortex Insert and how this works. So this is a stainless steel cone, thin sheet metal. It sits down in the bottom of your grill. You put your hot charcoal in here, and then what that does is create a concentration of heat coming out of the center, which then circulates that hot air throughout your grill, creating sort of a convection effect. Also, you get the heat radiating off of the stainless onto the underside of the meat as well. Bought this specifically for chicken legs and chicken wings. It's worked out great so far. One thing that I've found is that it actually cooks the top of the meat faster than the bottom, which is typically the other way around because your fire, your charcoal, etc. is underneath. So typically the bottom of your meat would get cooked first and then you'd flip it over. So in this case, the top actually seems to cook faster than the bottom. I'll still flip the meat halfway through just so it cooks evenly, but it is interesting to see that convection effect and how that changes the way the meat cooks. So let's head over to the grill and I'll show you how I get this set up. All we're gonna do is drop it straight down the center here. Make sure it's centered up in there. And then when the coals are ready, we'll pour them in the center. Let's go ahead and get the charcoal dumped in there. Woo, that's hot. let those cook till they start to get crispy. And then I'm gonna baste them with some barbecue sauce to get a nice caramelized finish. So we'll close that up. While we have the legs cooking on the grill with the dry rub, I'm gonna go ahead and warm up some Stubbs Original barbecue sauce. This is a tangy, sweet, and spicy, so it should complement that KC rub that we have on the wings. So I just put a little bit of that in a bowl and throw it in the microwave, and then we'll baste that on the wings once they start to get crispy. These are looking real nice, good and crispy. The sauce is caramelized on there, so we're gonna go ahead and get them pulled off. Ooh, they're looking good. I'm gonna get them off there just before that meat starts squatting off the bone. That's when they start to dry out. So these are good. They're at temperature about 165 internal. Good caramelization, good crust. They are looking good, they are smelling good. Man, I cannot wait to dig into some of these legs here. Woo. Still sizzling a little bit. Here they go. All right, let's try a bite. Ooh, those are good. That's hot. See that juice dripping out of there? Those are good. Delicious. All right, connoisseurs, that wraps it up for today. If you enjoyed this workout video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Like I always say, the only bad barbecue is no barbecue. So get out there and lift something. We'll see you next time. You guys got to try this recipe. It's easy,